Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Earlier today I got the new class Khali to level 215. In this video I'll show you exactly what I did and I'll share tips so that you too can level up faster. So that you can also start working towards getting that free VAC pet for your account. When creating her, Khali can be set as a Terra burning character, allowing you to get 2 additional level ups every time you level up all the way to level 200. Khali also has a special support event. Make sure to activate it as soon as you're able to. You'll get a free pet on the first stage. I also recommend to put some mesos in your storage from your other characters so that you can use it on your Khali, especially if you're on a Reboot server. That way you can buy a hyper teleport rock so you're either able to teleport to the monster maps to make your tutorial go faster, or you can teleport the heck out of there. I followed the tutorial all the way until level 31, but like I mentioned, you don't have to. You can also just go away, similar to how you can with the Cain class. You'll get your job advancement quest through the light bulb anyway. These job advancements will spoil the story for a bit though. Before we start the grind, I'll be using triple EXP cards that I got from the anniversary event last update, and I'm using Monster Park potions, no Pendant of the Spirit or anything like that. These are my link skills. I'm using a lot of damage buffs and EXP buffs like Evan, Aaron and Mercedes link skills. This is my Legion, which is full of holes again, I know. Mainly focusing on bonus EXP, critical rate, critical damage and a bit of monster damage. But before we start grinding, today's video is sponsored by Awesome. These sponsorships help keep the channel going and your support is always greatly appreciated. Awesome is a remote software tool that I've personally been using for a while already. Using Awesome, you can connect your phone to your desktop and then remote control your desktop from your phone. I use it for my daily login in MapleStory when I'm not home, or when I need to access a file on my PC that I forgot to transfer. As a kinda chaotic person, it's pretty nice to always have my desktop available, even when I'm at work. I'm using the game version of Awesome because with this version I can create a custom keyboard so I can, for example, play MapleStory on the go. Even the more button-intense classes. You can edit them on the fly to suit your playstyle, and in case you want to switch games, like to WoW or TFT, there even are some pre-made presets available for more popular games. Awesome has different plans available. The free plan covers remote desktop and files, the pro version contains Android device support and remote CMD, and the game version that I'm using allows for way better controls while gaming and custom setups. They also have other useful tools like this smart plug that allows you to safely turn on and off your computer once you're done. There also are some hot sales going on. Get 20% off for 2 devices and 40% for 3 or more devices. And if you're not convinced yet, there is a code appearing on the screen right now to get a 7-day free trial of Awesome Remote Gaming. This is only for the first 200 people, so act quickly. Head over to the Awesome website, click on rewards, sign in, and that's it, you're done. You can then easily set up your own screen mirroring with your QR code. There is a link in the video description and top comment. Again, many thanks for Awesome for sponsoring today's video, and now back to the game. Once you hit level 30, make sure to claim the item box so that you're well equipped for what's coming. I am starting the grind in the shaded dump site in Savage Terminal. If you're on the regular server, you can already go to the next map that I'm going to right away. I'm playing in a Reboot server, so the monster level difference hits a lot harder over here. And if you're not grinding on double EXP, complete the Rihanna Strait Team Dungeon and the Elinel Ferry Academy or Gold Beach dungeons. The Rihanna dungeon gives some really nice accessories, so I highly recommend going for that one first, unless you plan to get lucky with those boss drops. When I'm grinding in Reboot, I try to be around 5 to 7 levels lower than the monster, so it's at least a little bit easier to defeat them, else it just becomes too tough. So after reaching level 37, I went to Mr. Haz's Lair 3, and at level 46, I went to the Wild Boar Land. For your skills, don't worry too much about them, you can max everything. I do recommend, as soon as you get your job advancement, just put a point in everything first. Also, max Impulse, as that's one of your first skills that gives you a huge boost in critical rate and critical damage. Very powerful, make sure to get that one as one of your first skills. Khali, her booster, is not a passive. We don't actually want to press buttons now, do we? So instead we're going to assign that buff to our pet's auto buff, so that we can focus on throwing some dirt in the monster's eyes. At level 55 I went to Military Camp 1. This is a hidden street and it's a nice drop down map, so it's pretty easy to train at. I still had a rune active by the time that I hit level 61, so I just kept on grinding for a minute longer, just so we don't waste that rune while we're stuck in those job advancement cutscenes. Once you complete the 3rd job advancement, put a point in Resonate and your other skills. I recommend to max Intuition first. This skill gives you a huge boost in final damage. Also remember that you now have 2 toggle skills, Void Enhance and Summon Chakri. Make sure to turn them on. You can assign both of them to a macro to save 1 button on your keyboard, by the way. For grinding, we're starting out in Stairway to the Sky 1 in Orbis for the next few levels. Make sure to use your skills marked with a V to summon Chakri and then activate them with an A or H type skill. My next grinding spot is the Tent of the Entertainers in Burning Sand, Nihil Desert. This is a long, nice map where your dashes really help you move across the map fast. This class is a ton of fun to play, honestly. And of course, gear-wise, we're just equipping whatever we find from monsters. You'll get a new set at level 100 anyway. At level 88, I went to the lab area C2 in Magatia. Enter this portal right here to reach authorized personnel only. This is the map that we're staying at until we hit level 100. Once you hit level 90, you can also complete the quests here for additional EXP. I still had a rune active when I hit level 100, so I didn't complete the 4 job advancement yet, and instead went straight to fight normal Zakum. If you're not in a rush like me, because I had to go to work, so I had to rush a little bit, you can defeat only the arms to get a huge amount of EXP, and then re-enter 30 minutes later to defeat the boss for real. I'm not gonna do that, because I plan to be around level 170 in 30 minutes, and at that point Zakum won't give a lot of EXP anymore anyway. I still had like 30 seconds on my rune, even after completing the 4 job advancement, so I quickly went to Sharp Cliff 3 to squeeze a little bit more EXP. After hitting level 121, I finally claimed that level 100 box. You don't have to wait this long, you can definitely do it earlier. This box also contains a title that gives 30 Star Force, opening up Star Force maps for us to grind at. If you're in a regular server at this point, don't grind at Sharp Cliff 3. Instead, get some Star Force on your gear and train at Star Force maps like Dual Ghost Pirates. Those give a huge amount of EXP in the regular servers. But because we now have Star Force, it's time to move to our next map, Forgotten Passage in Ludibrium. Khali really likes big maps as she can move around pretty easily. Also, if you're grinding on double EXP or triple EXP like me, make sure to make the most out of your cards, as those are usually quite limited in supply. I like to keep grinding as long as I can, and will do all less important stuff later when my cards expire. At level 130, I went to the Fox map in Korean Folktown and completed the hunting quest there from the wanted sign. Once done, I moved to the Goblin map and started the quest over there. When I was almost finished hunting the yellow goblins, my EXP card ran out. We've been grinding for 30 minutes and hit this level, not bad. First things first though, let's activate the events so we can get that tasty buff. I already put most of my points in normal monster damage, so this will help our grinding quite a lot. I quickly ramp up the quest line that I started and defeated all the goblins, reached level 139 and then went to Hennessy's to clean out my inventory. I also bought 10 growth potions, 5 that can be used between level 130 and 159, and 5 that can be used between level 160 and 179 from the Legion store. These potions also give an EXP buff that overrides my triple EXP buff, so that's why I didn't use one earlier and didn't want to lose that buff. Nowadays, when you hit level 50, you'll also unlock your inner abilities right away, no need to do a quest anymore, and I reset them until I hit legendary. I'm assuming that boss damage on the first line is probably good for Khali, but meso or drop lines are always great, especially when you're mostly grinding. I also joined a guild. Guilds have multiple benefits, like the guild pass that gives a little bit of bonus EXP and additional Star Force, and you can gain buffs to raise your attack. So make sure to join one, it's also fun to just talk to people, you know, it's an MMO after all. And then I used the potions that I bought a minute ago, and it's time to go to our next spot, the Coninck Tower. Because we didn't have enough Star Force yet, I'm heading out to the third map on the third floor, the non-Star Force blue notebooks. Again, if you're not in Reboot, get Star Force and go to one map to the right, or 2 maps to the right to the green notebooks, or if the burning is low on the other map. Let's also quickly use our hyper stats. Since I already have max critical rate, I'm dropping most of my points in critical damage and the leftover points in normal monster damage. Usually I recommend to first try and get critical rate as high as possible, ideally 100%, then focus mostly on critical damage and normal monster damage, and then damage, arcane force, EXP, etc, etc. Don't forget to max out all your skills, your 4-job skills, and assign your Hero of the Flora buff to your pet, because manual buffing is for petless people. My first hyper skill passive goes into the Hex Reinforce. I activate the next triple EXP card and grind for 2 more levels so we can get our new gear. Make sure to reveal the potential once you hit level 150 plus. Once we're all geared up, we have enough Star Force to go to one map to the right, and that's what we do. For the trade boost potion that you get at level 150, use it on the charm trait first, so that you can start using your pocket slot. Again, no need to do a questline for this anymore. I stayed in this map until I hit level 160, but grinding was getting kinda boring and I did want to skip a few levels. At this point you can, for example, do a run of Monster Park if you're not using any EXP buffs, or you can, for example, go to normal Horntail. Now I did kinda underestimate my damage and sort of one-shot the boss. Usually you don't want to do that, so you can then go back 30 minutes later to, for example, Chaos Horntail at level 180. But yeah, whoops. We did get 2 level ups though, or 6 levels in total, but we did not get any drops either, like no boss accessories besides the Horntail necklace. That's kinda sad. Today's boss drops have been pretty cursed. When I got back to my trading map, the burning went down, yikes. So I went 1 map to the right to the green notebooks for a higher burning. This map's still at 10 burning, man. Reboot, love it. Once I hit level 172, it was almost time to use my next Legion level of potions. But first I completed the Have You Learned About Bonus Potential and Bonus Stat quest to gain 2 additional pieces of equipment, a shoulder and a ring. Then I started the NLC questline. I talked to Icebeard Slim and then Lita Lawless. Complete 3 hunting quests from her to get a coin. Be careful with the 3rd quest though, where you have to hunt those pesky boomers. They're explosive and they hit where it hurts. With that done, we get our ring from the NLC store and I used my EXP potions. It's a bit of a waste for the triple EXP card, but this is still the fastest way to level up. Hitting level 181, I max out critical damage on my hyper stats, and for my hyper skills, I boosted every passive skill that increases damage. Also, don't forget to keep resetting your inner ability until you get something useful. I think at one point I hit like buff duration, and I'm like, yeah, this is fine, whatever. I grinded at Darkness Forest 2 for 1 level, because the level difference was still a bit too high for future period. Oh, and the monsters also will start hitting a lot harder at this point. If you want to avoid an untimely death, complete the Have You Learned About Pets quest, it's level 30 quest, for a free 7-day sheep that can't use auto buffs, but it will automatically use potions for you when your HP is low, so that's a win. If you're still feeling a bit weak, unlock your familiars by talking to Roro at the left side of your screen. Double click your familiar cards, then open the UI and reveal them. Sometimes you get lucky and you can get a small stat boost, or even better, item and meso drop rate familiars. No luck for me though. You can also apply these soul items to your weapon. They give a 10 attack bonus even without a soul equipped. You just gotta get lucky though for them to work. Now to get to the easy part. I trained at Desolate Rocky Road until I hit level 199. The Firebore map, 2 maps left of here, is great as well. So is Forsaken Excavation Site 2, or Fest 2 for short. But that map is always full and has low burning. The Flutterbus map in Fox Valley is also a good alternative. Make sure to check out my training guide video for even more maps. With triple EXP, 90% burning and all my other EXP buffs, it takes about 4 minutes to level up here, which is insanely fast. Now that we're level 199, we complete the Scrapyard Introduction quest and we're level 200. Make sure to get the level 200 reward from the event, the Khali Growth event. And I also saved up some hyperstats so that I can push my Arcane Power hyperstat to level 8. We'll be needing a lot of Arcane Power. Alright, so we're level 200. What's the next grinding spot? Grinding? No thanks. We saved up about 4,000 event points by completing the event daily. So let's see how far we can get starting from level 200. We actually reached level 209, that's not bad. And then using 3 level up potions that I got from another Khali event reward, I reached level 211. Okay, maybe now it's time to start the 5th job advancement. A good reason to hit level 200 on your Khali is to unlock the Khali's Wish event. Once you hit level 200, defeat 2000 monsters near your level every day to get a gift that is transferable within your account. The day 5 gift is a vac pet that sucks all the loot towards your character, so that's a no-brainer. This pet lasts for 30 days and cannot be revived though. So Khali, let's talk about her notes. First of all, you always want to get the Holy Symbol node stone if you're grinding and boost the slot that it's in. I never got lucky though, we opened 100 nodes, but I never got one, so I had to create one myself. I'd always disassemble those purple nodes and some other skill nodes like Hyper Body that I don't need. Khali has a total of 4 nodes that she needs to max out 6 skills. You want to boost every skill except for Crosscut, Dual Edge and Triple Bash. Those are your first, second and third job main attacking skills that you won't need, you're not using those anymore. I would also try to get a node containing the Hex skill, Flurry and either Void Rush or Resonate. The other 2 skills, your Hyper skill and Void Blitz, have lower prio in my opinion. And now for the best thing ever, assuming you already have a character at level 210 or even higher, who completed all these Arcane River quests, you can just skip the pre-quest. This saves me so much time, I love it, it's the best feature ever. Make sure to also skip or complete, if you haven't done that yet, the Reverse City questline in the first part of the Arcane River to get 20 additional symbols. Next, I'm leveling up my arcane symbols with all the rewards that we got from the Khali support event because we're gonna need it. Our level is pretty high and our arcane force is pretty low. If you don't have a way to level up fast, train in the Cave of Repose in Vanishing Journey. This is generally considered the best. I like to go to a map called Below the Cave, but check the maps out over here and see which one is available and ideally still has some burning. I completed the daily quest in Vanishing Journey and Choo Choo to reach level 212. And then I used 3 level up potions that we got from the growth event for hitting level 210, and so we reached level 215, unlocking Yum Yum Island. You can grind here at the hidden Iliad Field map, and don't forget to claim your unique emblem from the event. Remember to also upgrade your gear, Star Force everything so you get more raid power and more stats of course. Get potential on your secondary and focus on cubing your secondary and emblem first. Ideally you want to roll attack percentage lines. Early on though, damage percentage is also fine. Make sure to defeat daily bosses for boss drops like Magnus, Hila, Pink Bean. Even though also these bosses didn't drop anything for me, I think my Khali is officially cursed. And that's where I'm gonna drop you off. Make sure to check out my training guide for more training spots and have fun. Don't forget to defeat those 2000 daily monsters on your Khali though for that Vec pad. And that's all for today. What do you think of the Khali class so far? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, special thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanoy, Jesus Rodriguez, Claudie Mora, Wiley, Riser Are You, BackSpaceOTI, Ziggy Deer, Historycanon, Saffronyx, Flidiot, Knifesu, Cloudfix, Sir Tito 655, Michael Manchaka, Rathius, Afterlord, Betrayal 1489, Silvio Nato, Striker Elk, Tidal 1 Pun, Victor Sundstrom, Mathias Simonsson, Mr. Anark, Brendon Games, The Passenger, Kani Wu, Max Bernhardt, Mukau 1017, BNB King, Scotty Flies Fast, Gabriel Eck, Fecco, Vake Botnet, Dante Victory, Mathinu Dev, Snack HBG, Only, Lord Fazil, Pats D. Kaiser, That Archie Guy, Louis Bento Brandao, Snufflepop, Tails Curspet, The Wolf Drake, Gaber Wolf, Pre-Big Bang, Best Guild Luna, Casual Volk and Quinn. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe and happy mapling!